Hi there, I'm Marius, and today we are extending the Power Pages Client API a bit and exploring how we can show and hide fields on a form in Power Pages. So first, let's discover how you can use getVisible and setVisible with the Power Pages Client API. First, you need a context. Then you select the control. I've chosen the datetime control right here. And then you can use setVisible to manipulate its display state. So if I hit enter, the field vanishes. With getVisible, I can check that the control is indeed hidden. Next, I will show the control again, and with getVisible, we will see it's shown. That was very straightforward, and I wouldn't make a video about it alone. But I wanted to show you a mistake that you can easily make if you're implementing without such an API. If I select the datetime field here, so I've now selected the label, you can see by the coloring. Instead, when I want to hide this field, I don't want to hide the label, I want to hide the whole thing. So also not this info thing here, but this table data element. I could also, in this case, hide the table row, but the table row, if you have multiple columns in the section, then of course this would be wrong. So the table data is what we want to hide, and it does not have an ID. And I will quickly show you this function copy selector, which will work. So let me paste it into the console here. If we take a look at this, it's a long selector starting at the form and then going into the table, the body, and finally it arrives at the table data we want. However, it achieved it by selecting the sixth table row, and as soon as you update the form and put in a field, for example, before the date time field, the sixth row will be a different field. So when you work with these kind of selectors, you create very brittle code that will easily fail later. What you want to do instead is taking an element which has an ID, so for example this input element, and then navigating outwards to the desired element. So from this input right here up to the table data right here. In the code of the Power Pages Client API, this looks like this. I first select the element by its logical name, so by ID, and then I get by closest TD, I can get the table cell element. And then further down, here with setVisible, we can just change the style.display property based on the given Boolean, and getVisible checks the same property for its value. If you found this video useful and want to learn more about Power Pages, hit the subscribe button. And if you are interested in the Power Pages Client API, you will find a link to the repository in the description below. Bye!